I remember seeing like horrific things with the kids. There was this big guy who was considered the boss there. He grabbed the boy's head and he smashed it on the wall. Hi, my name is Priscilla and I'm back. Today, this is a part 2 of the video, how we ended up getting at the orphanage. My mom, my brother, and I. Just a brief explanation. My mom, she was running from my stepdad, and we used to just sleep in abandoned place or like houses during constructions. My mom used to just ask for money and go to different cities to run from his stepdad because he was alcoholic and he used to be abusive. So the police one day just found us sleeping on the street. Someone called them and said there's this women and this children here. Then they came up, they filed papers, sent to the court. Until that process wasn't done for my stepdad to actually leave my mom's home, we had to be sent to a different place. And that place called La Andra Luis. I'm gonna find a photo here. I'm gonna place it here. So that place existed for a really long time. And it was very well known because some kids there around 15, 16, 17, they had like a company basically to gather money to this orphanage. So they used to sell brooms. The broom brand was the orphanage name. Then we were sent there. It was basically a community of kids from different backgrounds, different stories too. They had a big community. I remember that was basically an L shape where we would stay. In each place, you would have a door. They used to organize that based on age. 1 to 5 would be in one door. 5 to 7, another door, and there it goes. So they used to place the kids there. And I remember that when my mom and my brother went there, we were in different sections of the orphanage. My mom stayed with my younger brother because at that time my younger brother was 2 or 1.5. She stayed with him in a different room. And each room had probably around 10 or 15 beds. So it was a lot of kids. They used to have even a little school for those kids. The younger kids used to have like a kind of like a daycare. I don't know how to explain. Yeah, it was a tiny little school where they used to teach for that specific age gap, 1 or like 3 to 5. So I remember that I wasn't old enough to go outside of the orphanage. So I remember being there for 3 months exactly stuck. We didn't do anything. We didn't see anyone. I didn't see any friends. We were stuck there. I remember seeing like horrific things with the kids. There was this big guy who was considered the boss there. He just saw this boy. The boy had a brand new ball. I think he got that ball. The ball wasn't his ball. It was from the orphanage. I guess he was drawing on the ball and coloring with pencils. That ball wasn't a football ball. It was a soccer ball. While he was doing that, the guy came and started yelling at him and telling him, like, why are you doing this? You're not supposed to be coloring in the ball. And like, he was very mad. I think the boy, he was like explaining him what happened and why he was doing that. So he grabbed the boy's head and he smashed it on the wall probably like 5 to 7 times non-stop. And I remember seeing that. I was just like, wow, like, is this alright? Is he supposed to be doing this? And I remember coming to my mom and say, did you see that? Like, this is not okay. Like, we left a place that was abusive because my stepfather, when he used to drink a lot, he used to spank me for no reason. So I was playing outside, and all of a sudden he used to just like call me all of the names you could possibly imagine, the awful names. I was 7, and he was like, get inside of the house, go put a proper clothes so I can hit you, because I was in a dress. So he didn't want to like not spank on the butt. He was just hit me really hard. So, and I just remember my mom saying, she's not your daughter, you're not supposed to be correcting her, that's my responsibility, blah blah blah. But he never listened to her. So I just remember running inside of my house, putting clothes like here to here and to my feet, that every time he would hit me, it wouldn't like hurt too much because he would use the belt, or sometimes a guava tree. There's those like huge thing from the guava tree, and I remember like being in that position so he wouldn't like get on my face or anything. Leaving that place, leaving my house, and then going to that place and then seeing violence again, and I started not believing. I started not believing in people. I started just like, wow, it's not safe at home and it's not safe outside of my home. People really, they try to help, but it didn't really help. It was just bringing me to a unsafe place to another unsafe place. So my vision was like that growing up. And that took a little while to actually shift. After the paperworks were done, my stepfather left the house. He was not allowed to even get close to us anymore. So at that point, he wasn't in our lives anymore. My mom, she just lost her mind because she found out he was cheating on her. She used to take me to follow him around to figure it out if he was cheating on her or not. And that was basically my life growing up. Honestly, today I've been working on forgiveness, forgiving on my mom, forgiving on my stepdad, forgiving on my past, and all of that happened. That definitely gave me a different perspective in life. I can't deny that. But at the same time, it definitely leaves scars. So I have been dealing with anxiety, rewiring my brain to make different connections that life is actually good. I have been training my mind to constantly be thinking on the good, that God, it's not here to punish you. Besides my upbringing, that doesn't mean that it's supposed to continue being that way. I ended up taking a very huge step in my life. We ended up getting back in an orphanage again because my mom deliberately, she just delivered us and she was like, I cannot take care of you guys anymore. So I was 14 at that time. My brother, he was 6. She had 6 kids in total. The first child, she donated him. He lived with this family for his entire life, and the other 5 kids stayed with her. After we went to this orphanage, I got a job at the bank. I was studying in the morning, working in the afternoon, and studying to get in college on at night. So I was to do like a course, and I was to live by myself. So after I left the orphanage, I got the job at the bank. I went to live by myself at 16 years old. After 16, when I was around 21, I stayed at the bank for 5 years. When I turned 21, I decided that I wanted to come in the US to be an au pair. And that's when my life just bloomed, and I ended up achieving so many things, and I'm a completely different person now, and I'm so grateful now. I'm so grateful that even that horrible past, I'm here alive, and I can tell you this story, and I'm grateful where I am right now. We're actually moving, so if you see like it's all empty in our room, we are going to a different apartment here, and I'm very, very excited. That's all I have to tell you guys. If something bad happened to you, transform it in a good thing. You can always do that. You just need to decide to do that. No matter what your circumstances is, you can shift it for better. And you are the only person that have the power to shift your life. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can get more notifications of more videos. And I will see you in the next video.